Hello and welcome to Season 3 of Roguecraft. Yes, it's me, Skelly. I am back playing Minecraft again and on the Roguecraft server. It's really quite a delight to be back building on this fantastic world. Anyway, before we get going, I think first of all we should have a word from this week's sponsor.
This episode is brought to you by Triple G Stores. You got an A+ with your double Ds, but you know you've made it when you shop at Triple G. Triple G Stores for all your crafting needs. We've got G-Ice, we've got G-Rods, we've got G-Cream, and yes, ladies, we've even got that string you've been looking for. Triple G, the ultimate crafting emporium.
Now, I took a little bit of time out away from playing Minecraft and being on servers and generally not being about, and every time I try to get away, they drag me back in. No. Yeah, but it's great to be back, seriously. And we're a little bit behind the curve. Everyone's been cracking on with their bases in Season 3. And I am trying to get mine going. As you can see, this is my little hidden layer. Well, hardly hidden. I mean, it's literally everywhere. And I mean everywhere. And what I've decided to do is to build a giant, inverted, floating, hollow mountain. Yes, a giant, inverted, floating, hollow mountain. Try saying that 5 times quickly. Probably not. And inside it, I'm going to have all the sort of small little farms that you can build, getting more and more complex as we go from the bottom, the base of the mountain, the lowest point, right up to the top. And then at the top, it's just going to be a nice little countryside scene, something a little bit pastoral. In order to achieve this, though, I've got to build some pretty big circles. Let's have a quick look at how big we're talking about. This is what I mean by big circles. So the idea here is that the whole base will be like a big chunk taken out of the ground. If I fly up here and turn around, you should be able to see a much better idea of what the base looks like. Oh no, I've lost it. There it is. There it is. And then below that, at the ground level, digging out basically the inverse shape of that, so it looks like it's been ripped out of the ground. And to start with, I'm just doing straight on circles, so there'll be a lot of detail on the outside, on the underside of this, which is going to require so much scaffolding. I'm really quite nervous about the amount of scaffolding I have to make. Fortunately, I've got the spider spawner working and a little bit of bamboo. Bamboo's easy to come by, so that's not too big a deal. And so I thought today it would be quite fun just to discuss sort of how I go around making really, really big circles. And before I do that, though, I think it's worth explaining why I decided to go for this sort of base. And I wanted something that was essentially stormy-proof. And I know what you're thinking, nothing is stormy-proof. And yeah, okay, this isn't really stormy-proof either. But she gave me part of the inspiration behind making this particular type of base. And I'm going to let Gregor show you the reason behind that inspiration, where it came from.
Stormy, though, and I really wish I had better footage of this, decided to build a mountain over his entire base. This thing in front of me, this thing right here, that's his base. Oh, I feel a little bad for him now. I'm sorry, Skelly, but this was just too good. Oh, look, the mansion still has the pink paint on it. Oh, Lord.
So thanks very much for that, Gregor. As you can see, my original base back in Season 2 was covered with an absolutely massive mountain. And I went full rage quit on that. Just so bad. So I thought that it did give me the inspiration to try this sort of massive inverted hollow mountain carved out of the ground build. So I would say there's about 4 phases to this, and I'm only about 50% through phase 1. And phase 1 is really just building up these walls. So let me show you how I go about selecting, building a big circle. So up here, the diameter I've chosen is an odd number. So, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and so on. And we start at 1 right down at the bottom. So if I zoom back down here, This is the latest. So there's multiple floors. Each floor has different stuff going on. And as you get towards the bottom, this is the monster storage room. Sorry, chest monster room. Not really very tidy. Not really dressed for Halloween yet. And this is the base. So down there, emergency exit. Right down there a little bit, there is a block of 1, and then you've got a block of 3 diameter, and then so on and so forth. So at the moment we are up to, we're in the 60s. We need to get a little bit higher than that. I'm going out to 100 blocks, well 99 blocks on this and 100 blocks on the ground. So we've done, it's handy to leave this here. We've done 67, so you don't do 68. The next one would be
69, dudes!
Yeah, thanks, Bill and Ted. Yeah, the next one's 69. So how do I go around getting a 69 diameter circle built out on top of this? Well, first of all, we need to leave Minecraft and go onto the interweb and have a look at the Minecraft circle generator. So this is my circle generator of choice from donutstudios.com, and it's very simple to use. All I do is put in a number that I want, so in this case 69, and it generates that circle with a diameter of 69. And that's fine, but that looks like a lot of finicky bits in here, and how exactly do you go around making sure that you've got the right number of blocks placed along here? So what I tend to do is I start with counting this. So this is a sort of what I call the flat face of the circle. So here we've got 1 in the middle, and then 2, 3, 4, 5 each side. So that's 11 there. And then what you do is break it down into quarters, and you've got 11, and then 6, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 2, 2, and maybe another 2 in there. I'd probably put another 2 in there. This interface here is where things can get a little bit confusing. So we'll cover that when we get to actually building this circle. So before I even go back into Minecraft, what I'd like to do is to write that down in a notation that's easy for me to remember. And I'll generate a few circles. So I do 69, 71, 73, and so on and so forth. And then what I'm going to do is just write down what those numbers of blocks are just coming along for that first quarter. So I write my 11, because I know that that's my flat face, and then my 6, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 2. So what I'm going to do is just write down the diameter. So this is 69, and then my flat face, which is 11, and then we just take the number of blocks going around that quarter in order. So it's 6, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2. And that is how I remember how I'm going to build that circle. There. Okay, so we're back on the server again, and now we're going to grab some stones and start building. So we're at diameter 69, and what I like to do, and this is absolutely not necessary, but it's just the way I like to build things to help keep me straight in my mind as to the number of blocks I have and where I'm putting them, is first of all is to put this one block sort of out all the way around. So we come in 1, can't see for the snow, get off there, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 there, and then we're building at this diameter there. And then go around and just do that in all 4 locations on what I call the flat face of the circle. And once done that, you can start building out the rest of the quarter of this circle. So we know the flat face is 11 from our notes, so that's 1 is the middle, and then we've got 5 either side of that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we've got 6, 3, 4. So it's 1, so the inside face of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. And then 4 twos. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And that's our first quarter done. So then we come over to this side and do the same again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, and 4 twos. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then we finish off with twos. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And you can see that that just sort of evens out. Now, whether you wish to put a block in there or not is kind of doesn't matter too much, or indeed in here is where it would go, because you're going, we've only got 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 twos there. So a block here would make that the 4th 2, and then we've got the 4th 2 going that way. But because this is all closed in, I'm not going to bother. So then we just go round and do exactly the same in all the other corners. And there you have it, another row done. So we're getting closer and closer to the 99 diameter, and hopefully by the time we get to you next time, we'll have this at least all built up, or maybe moving on to some farms, or laying down the floor for the next level, and a little bit more of the underside. Whoa, that's a lot of mobs. Yeah, I think I'll get back up to the safety of my big cone, my ice cream cone. They'll have to be dealt with at some point, no doubt. But yeah, in the meantime, I hope you find that useful, and look forward to seeing you next time. Take care now. Bye.